This video is brought to you by Vendor Finance. If you're looking for car finance and want the best available motor finance rates, check out vendorfinance.ie and apply online today. Vendor Finance is 100% Irish owned. See the comment section for more details.
Hello and welcome back to the Cars Ireland YouTube channel, and we're here again with another twin test for you, and this time it's the turn of the premium small SUVs, or the posh babies of the segment. I have here with me the Mercedes-Benz GLA, the brand's smallest SUV, and quite a pretty one, I must say. And Anthony, you appear to have forgotten to bring a car with you today.
What? What are you talking about? It's here.
Oh, I'm sorry, I see it now. I didn't see it in the camouflage green.
Oh, for God's sake. We're going like low-hanging fruit man jokes, is it?
Where are your legs?
For God's sake.
Just in case the camera can't pick it up, tell us
I'll
what
describe
you brought.
Well, I brought a very green Audi Q2, also the baby of the Audi SUV lineup.
Yeah, what colour that is. Tell us about that. What's that called?
Yeah, it's not called Hulk Green or any camo leanings. It's called Apple Green Metallic. And I think if my apples were this green, I might be throwing them in the bin.
All joking aside, I actually really dig that.
Good,
I like that.
Yeah, it's different.
It is.
You probably will have to be brave to pick this colour.
Yeah.
But kudos to anyone who does, because it gets lots of attention despite its camo-ness.
I'd imagine so. No, I actually do. I like an exciting colour palette. It's nice to at least give people the choice to go mad.
Yes, exactly. And it does need the blackout stuff as well, because with the silver bits, it's not as nice.
It really sets it off,
Yeah,
I think.
it's good.
The colour palette on the GLA is a little bit more muted.
All right, boring.
So, well, I mean, there's 2 shades of black,
Right.
two shades of white,
Of course.
2 shades of grey. It's got this nice iridium silver. There's like a navy blue, a red. I do like Mercedes red, and a rose gold.
All right, rose gold. So very.
So that's. I think I'd have to see it in the flesh before I pass judgment.
I don't think you're going to.
No,
I don't think you're going to see it.
Rose gold has possibly had its moment, but
Yes.
anyway, asking the important questions here.
Yes, of course. But like.
Is
look,
rose gold over?
Yeah, I think it is. I'll ask my friends. I don't have any friends.
So visually, they're 2 very different cars. I think the Audi has a bit of a meaner look, a little bit more aggressive. I do like it. The GLA has more of a softer face and kind of softer angles all around, but it still has that great Mercedes presence, and the proportions are really good, which I think is really important on a small SUV like this. But again, looks are very subjective, so we'll have to let you make your own mind up there. But you know what's not subjective?
Boot size.
Boot space.
I like big boots and I can't not lie.
Okay, so before we get into this, I need to talk a few numbers first, because this is quite a bit pricier.
Right.
For a couple of reasons, which I'll explain now. So the standard GLA starts at about €41,000, and that's for the front wheel drive petrol. This, however, is the all new 250e, which is a plug-in hybrid.
Yeah, that E is always very important.
Of course, it's E.
For expensive. What are we talking?
So the plug-in hybrid model starts at €46,500. This is also the AMG line with a fair few options thrown into, which sends the price slightly north of €50,000.
Ooh, how far north are we talking?
53?
Okay, so we're not going to Santa Claus, but we're heading north anyway.
Yeah, look, this
Right.
is a mad end of the market. It's like the designer handbag segment of the market.
I'll take your word for it.
It's not really about practicality, it's how it looks, it's how it feels. Well, let's have a look in the boot.
Yes. Let's.
So the 250e packs a respectable 385 litres back here, which is about hatchback size. It's about on par with the Volkswagen Golf. Now on the non-hybrid models, that increases to 435 litres, because you do lose a few litres here to the battery pack underneath.
Standards, yeah.
But other than that, like, it's a really nice boot. I mean, I think that's the real mark of a premium car, is when it feels premium in every corner, which is what I feel is the case here. You've got a nice squishy carpeted floor. Everything is just really well made. Got a couple of shopping bag hooks, a light, and an electric tailgate, of course, for loading your designer bags into your designer car.
Without the effort of doing
Not
it
wasting
yourself.
any time with your own muscle memory.
Now, before we get into the boot, can I just address the fact that I'm very disappointed you did not wear silver pants and left me hanging.
They were in the wash.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Oh, everyone's silver pants are in the wash. So the boot is 405 litres. You do have the option of a false floor. You can drop the seats down for like 1,000 litres. It's got a light, it's got a hook, it's got other thingamajiggers, and it's not got a battery stuck under there, so you're not compromising with a big old battery stuck in the boot. It's just a straightforward petrol engine. And this parcel shelf, we have both bangs our heads on looking in the boot.
We have. Did we get that on camera?
No.
We do it for effect.
Yeah. It's easy done. Boot on the Q2.
Okay, so backseat legroom.
Yes.
We've decided to let you be the judge of that this week, as was so kindly pointed out to us in the comments. You being the taller of us two, you should be the authority there.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
I guess so.
Yeah, so at 6 foot, sitting behind myself in the Q2, it was tight. Sitting behind my driving position in this, the
GLA?
GLA. GLA.
The GLA.
It's like Home and Away. What's your man? You bloody GLA. Is that right?
You big GLA.
That's it.
Al Stewart.
Yes.
Good reference.
Anyway, the back seats. I had more space in the back of this, and I have air vents and a USB-C. USB-C. Yes.
That's interesting. I'm glad that we gave you that task. I can just talk about cup holders and stuff,
Yeah,
I guess.
too.
But
Stay in your lane.
yeah, because I was quite comfortable in both.
Yeah, that's it. Like, if you're tall, it's tight. If you're not, it's fine.
Yeah, but as you said, there is a little bit more to play with for a backseat passenger here. It's not 3-zone, but you do have air vents so you can direct your airflow, and also a mini USB-C port, which is no longer a problem to me because look what I got.
You've invested in the future.
I got the
About
doohickey.
time.
€6, game changer, changed my life. I now am all for the USB.
It's the simple things, isn't it?
So small and just makes more sense.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so a quick word on the spec thing.
Oh yes, always fun.
Because the entry level price for this is high, hands up, but the entry level spec is also really good, to be fair. So you've got your 18-inch alloy wheels, this 10.5-inch infotainment system with reversing camera, parking sensors, loads of safety gear. You've got lane keep assist, there's heated seats.
Yes.
And then all the plug-in hybrid models get ambient lighting, and then that AMG line kit is really more about the aesthetics. So on this one, the 19-inch alloy wheels, the AMG line body kit, these awesome leather sports seats.
They are very nice. I like the two colours as well.
It's good.
They're comfy too.
So it is good, but it's more it's a polish on top of a very good foundation. So well, you wouldn't necessarily have to go for it. You should.
You should.
You should.
AMG is nice.
It is really nice in here.
It is very nice. It's very pleasant.
I think it's very hard to beat Mercedes for cabin ambience. I mean, they've just got it so right in here. It feels very modern and plush without ever going over the top. That ambient lighting is really nice at night. I'm quite a fan of the purple, I have to say.
Right.
Gives it Knight Rider vibes.
Purple rain.
As does this MBUX voice control system.
Right.
I've had my differences with in the past,
And
but
this time?
I feel like we've turned a corner this time, and she's finally starting to understand me.
You've got a balance now, do you?
It's just, I think the trick is like a really over-the-top American accent.
Alright, yeah. Like everything in life.
So I'm going to put it to the test now, which will no doubt fail horribly because we're on camera. Hey Mercedes,
How can I help?
I'm cold.
I'm increasing the temperature on the driver's side to 28 degrees.
Holy crap,
28
it's already
degrees.
25 out. Stop.
Jesus woman, you're going to boil me alive. In general, I just think the layout is really good as well. It's all very logical. We've got separate controls for the aircon, which we love to
Yeah,
see. God,
perfect.
we love to see
we
that.
love it.
And yeah, I just think the quality is really up there. As I said, it extends to all corners, and I invite you to find an area of questionable quality in this car.
Are you ready for the creak test?
Sure, go for it. Do your worst.
I'm gonna find them. Listen, this is the center console. Creaky. This bit.
Hold on, why would you be doing that?
Creaky, and the handles are the worst.
You're like that priest out of Father Ted today. Where'd you get the air vents, Ted?
Cowboys, Dad.
Right.
Cowboys.
Come on, we're going to the Audi and I'm going to bring my toolkit.
Do. Right, Sinead, I invite you to do the same cowboy test as I did and just poke around. Feeling confident. Get the muscles going. Yep. No, not a bother. Not a bother. A bit cheap, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's the only bit.
Okay, I'll have to hand it to you. It's very sturdy.
It is
There's
very
no
sturdy.
creaking.
No, now, it maybe doesn't quite have the stylish panache of the Merc, shall we
I'm
say?
glad you said it.
You were going to bring it up anyway, weren't you?
No, I actually like it. I
Yeah.
feel there's a little bit of an industrial vibe to it, that brushed chrome, and I feel like it really matches the exterior vibe of that army camo.
Yeah, that's
tough,
true. Yeah,
you
it's
know.
a good way of looking at it. Yeah.
No, I like it.
The vents are very industrial looking, and they kind of Star Warsy. I quite like them.
Yeah, they kind of look like a set of eyes.
Eyeballs, looking at you. It's just watching. But yeah, it is very nice in here, and it is the S-Line pack. So maybe I'll get into pricing because there's a bit of a difference.
Yes, clear
But
that
there
up. This is no entry level model.
No, there is a meeting point between the two. So entry level is 33, but I don't know that anyone probably buys that in Audi.
No, it's S-Line or die. isn't it?
S-Line or die, and that's what we have today. And that's about 40k starting, and then I think this one's kind of 43 because of paint and the black styling pack, and I think the parking assist thing as well.
Okay, so
kind
we're closing the gap here.
We're closing the
Gap
gap.
a little.
Yeah, I don't know where that gets you in a GLA, but probably in the middle as well.
Yeah.
Somewhere, yeah. But it is very nice, and these seats are particularly nice.
I do love an S-Line seat.
Yeah.
It's done it's nice, kind of a subtle,
It's
but still.
yeah,
So, yeah.
still classy, still Audi. I will go out on a limb and say they're more comfortable. To me, anyway.
Do you think?
Yeah, to my backside, these are more
I
comfortable.
haven't really considered the comfort, and I have to reserve my opinion on that until you take me for a drive.
Okay, fair enough. Practicality is pretty decent too as well. The only niggle I had was a big water bottle does get in the way of your air controlled vents, which are controlled by dials, which is always
That's
better.
cool.
Yeah, and there is nowhere really to put your phone.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, but you have USB, you have a 12 volt, and this touchscreen. Now, it does kind of feel older generation in here a bit.
Does that rise out of the dash when you turn the car on?
No, it's fixed in place, and it is not a touchscreen as well. You do control via dials only down here. And I actually like it because when you're driving, that is easier than reaching across.
Yeah, I actually don't mind a rotary dial system either.
No, but it's really nice, like flat bottom steering wheel, nicely coated in leather, feels good. Like
I do like an Audi steering wheel, I have to say.
it's hard to complain about, really.
It is.
Yeah,
Shall we take them for a drive and see how that goes?
we shall.
So I'll have to point out a little challenge in our little comparison here, in that obviously these are two very different powertrains.
Yes.
And this, as mentioned, is the plug-in hybrid. And also, you haven't driven this car, have you? So
No,
I'm just gonna have to describe to you what it feels like to drive.
it's like I'm a viewer
It is.
on this left side of the car.
Would you like me to do that?
I would, I'd love it.
Okay.
Fill me in.
Mercedes-Benz are on a bit of an electrification journey, in that
Journey.
literally everything that I'm booked into or have been booked into this year is either semi or fully electric.
Right. So they're on the road to EV-ness.
So this, as mentioned, is the plug-in hybrid GLA. It's powered by a 1.3 litre petrol engine with the help of a battery and electric motor. Full electric range is quoted at about 59 kilometres. I managed a bit over 40.
Okay.
To be fair, a good portion
Standard
of that,
enough.
yeah, a good portion of that was on the motorway and at higher speeds, which you will see electric range deplete at in all plug-in hybrids. So, look, I don't want to turn this video into a debate about plug-in hybrids.
Ah,
We
go
know
on.
what they
Why
are,
not?
and we know the limitations of them. We know that they suit some people really well. But what I will say is that this is a really nice interpretation of one, and Mercedes e-Power is really something special.
It's quite smooth.
And I do find when this is in full electric mode, there's a really lovely lightness to it, and I do find that with some fully electric and even some plug-ins, that really nice nippy zippy immediate electric power is hampered a little bit by the extra weight of the battery that you're always very aware of. But I don't find that to be the case here. There is a really lovely lightness to the drive, and it's quite a light steering setup as well, which complements that quite nicely too. It's just a really easy car to drive. Now, it's mated to an 8-speed dual clutch automatic transmission, which is a lovely one. Again, just really adds to that effortless feel, and it feels like a premium drive. As in, like, there's one thing that Mercedes does really well, it's refinement. The suspension setup is spot on. Like, it just makes most roads feel like glass, even these bumpy B roads down here. Are you enjoying the smooth ride?
I'm enjoying the smoothness. I'm comfortable. I'm not feeling any major shocks through the cabin, and my bum is comfy.
It's, yeah, just refined, really refined. And even when you are purely on the petrol power, like, you're not very aware of the noise. Sound insulation is really good, and it doesn't ever really give out unless you really put the foot down.
Yeah, I only hear it there when you're like moving off a bit, and it was like
At lower speeds,
a bit louder, but nothing too mad really.
That's it, really. And on the motorway, it's an absolute joy. In general, it's joyous to drive.
To cover miles, happy out.
Happy out.
Yeah, nice. Typical Merc. What's rattling?
What's rattling now?
So talk to me about fuel economy, because hybrids and all that.
That is
the minefield that it is.
One.
Yeah.
So, as we've mentioned, it's a plug-in hybrid. They do what plug-in hybrids do, and they give you electric power up to a certain point. And when it's gone, you're at the mercy of your 1.3 litre petrol engine.
Yeah.
But that said, this is very efficient, even with your battery drained. And I've been averaging 4.7 litres per 100 kilometres.
It's pretty good.
It's decent.
Despite carrying an old battery in the boot.
Despite carrying the big old battery and, you know, the significant space. So I would call that pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's good going. Right, behind the wheel of the Q2, and as I alluded to earlier, this is a 1.5 petrol with a turbocharger. It's good for 150 brake horsepower, and you'll get to 100 kilometers an hour in 8.6 seconds.
Nice.
So all pretty nice figures, and that engine has been knocking around for quite a while now, and it's a decent setup. And to be honest, it probably is the one to pick from the lineup if you can
like
stretch
that.
to it.
Yeah, I do like that 1.5 TSI.
The 1 litre petrol is decent, and 2 litre diesel does serve a purpose if you're doing the kind of mileage that warrants it. But yeah, that 1.5 is in the sweet spot here, and that's the one I'd be going for.
And how does this look fuel economy wise?
Not too bad. I think they quote 6.4 per 100 kilometres, and I think I'm seeing closer to 7. So obviously it depends on driving style as well, but that's okay. It doesn't quite match your 5.4, was it, or whatever it was, but not a hybrid.
But also on the hybrid thing, I mean, like I could quote you my manufacturer's figures of something crazy, like between 1 and 2 litres per 100 kilometres, but as we know,
pie in the sky.
That's very, very specific circumstances that depends on charging the car at literally every possible opportunity.
And this has a nice treat in that it is a 6-speed manual.
Oh yes, you're a manual man at heart, really.
Every time I get them, I revert to, oh yeah, I do like these.
And it is such a novelty now.
Yeah, it is, especially in press cars, because they're basically just throwing out autos for everything. And when I get behind the wheel of a manual again, I remember why I like them. It's the control, the total control over the gearbox that just makes me happy. And this is a good one too. It's quite smooth. It's not like crisp or notchy or like rifly like a sports car, but it's perfectly smooth, and most people will be happy with it. And like, I don't know, personally, I might avoid the auto. No, I would, yeah. I probably would.
That's the control freak in you.
I think it is, yeah. How do you feel comfort is?
Oh, sorry, yeah, you did ask me to test the comfort of the seats, and they are very comfy.
Aren't they?
There's a bit more give in the Mercedes ones are quite bolstered, I have to say, or a little bit more tucked. Well, they're sport seats after all. These are sport seats too.
Yeah, these are S-Line.
A little bit less bolstering.
Yeah, you're not as tightly squeezed in there, which...
Yeah, I like them, they're pretty comfy.
And the actual comfort of the ride is pretty good too.
It is.
This is on 18s. I think you can go as high as 19, maybe 20. Don't quote me. And it's still pretty comfortable on this kind of road, like where it's flowing, and it's comfortable on the motorway. The only downside I've found is over like kind of cracked or fizzy road.
Fizzy road.
Yeah, if that makes
little
sense.
Chippings, those
Yeah,
ones,
you do. You feel that a bit more than you might want in this. Now, I don't know if that's the S-Line setup.
Oh, I don't think any cars like those conditions, do they?
Yeah, a lot don't, but it seemed very prominent on this to me anyway. Maybe 17s might fix that, but I don't think you can get 17s on an S-Line, and S-Line or die.
S-Line or die.
As you said, yeah.
This is going to be a hard one.
Yeah, this is tricky. They're very close.
They are very close, and as I said earlier, it's just a mad segment, isn't it? I mean,
it's so fashionista, and it's
a bit
what people want and that, but like
it's blatantly obvious you could have something much bigger and more practical for the price, but it's not about that. It's how it looks, it's how it makes you feel.
It's not as in.
They say something about you.
They do. What is that?
I have money.
I'm an Insta. No, they are really good, and there is practical sides to them. And I still do like the Audi. I like the Q2. I like the colour. I really like this choice in colour. It's bold, particularly with the black. It's got decent practicality. It drives well. It's got good engines. There's still a good choice of a manual or an automatic gearbox. Some people still like those things. I'm still sitting on the green fence over here.
Are you sure it's not just because it matches your pants?
Yeah, sure. You're getting silver pants.
This is a really tight one for me. Looks wise, I actually really like them. I really dig this colour combo. I think it's really cool. It's really funky.
Yeah.
But for me, I just think the overall feel, and again, that image, how the car makes you feel and stuff, I'm going to stick with my GLA.
Okay, fair enough. You keep that star over there. I'll keep my 4 rings.
They kind of make you want to like pose beside them on Instagram or something.
Yeah.
It's that kind of car.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Thank you very much for watching. If you have made it this far, please do give us a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video for more like it. Also, if you're in the market for a Q2 or a GLA, we have a huge selection of new and used models for sale on our shiny new website on CarsIreland.ie.
Yeah, go check it out.
Do check it out.
Yeah.
And yeah, join us back here next week for what twin test would you like to see? Let us know in the comment section below.